there's some studies that we do, and where we need a specific model, and Scott can give you the whole story about that, and a specific model for a disease. So what they do is they build the construct of the gene that they need, and then they downstairs Julie Hallett, essentially what they'll do is they put that construct inside an egg, a fertilized egg,
yeah,
and then that will go
off, you can, yeah,
and then you get the mouse with that
with the gene
but to make sure that you have the gene you want, all the mice that will test positive, they will start being crossbred, and that Tripti does a lot of that work where she makes the mice and see the progeny, how many are pure, and they keep working till we get the right combination. Exactly.
The way that cancer research is going is it's becoming more and more specialized, because we're beyond the old days of just developing drugs that kill fast-growing cells. And pretty much up to the year 2000s or the late 1990s, we were still developing drugs that were simply killing fast-growing cells. Everything from the anti-metabolites and methyltrexates to the vancomycin, vincomycin, all those drugs that have been developed over the years, all designed to kill fast-growing cancers. Well, some cancers are not fast-growing. They're normal growing. I mean, they have a normal growth rate. They're invasive and they get up. So a lot of times those chemo drugs are not effective. So what really happened in the 1990s was this trend toward kind of tailored design therapies for different types of cancers.
Now, I'd ask you right now that if you'd get that $10,000, where and how would you allocate it?
Well,
that particular sum of $10,000.
So $10,000. So to run we'd like to take money and help contribute to novel research. So one of the scientists might come to the director and say, I have the hypothesis I'd like to pursue, and I need some funding. And most of the funding that supports these researchers comes from outside sources, NCI, NIH, DOD, any of these government sources. And then also from some large foundations. But quite often, in order to apply for that type of funding, you need some data. You have to have done some research.
Precisely.
And so to get started to gather that data, you have to do some research. So that's why taking a sum like $10,000 would help support that novel research.